Hello, good people. Kat here. I want to give you a look inside of one of my latest novel units. This is based on Mitch Albom's novel, The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. It's a 10-week secondary unit, and I just want to give you a very transparent look at what's inside so you can make the decision as to whether or not this is going to work for you and your students. So what you will be doing is downloading a PDF. And I know a lot of teachers prefer to work within Google Docs. So within your PDF, I'm going to give you a link to a Google Doc, and you'll find this resource then inside the Google Doc as well. Now, keep in mind the teacher Google Doc is view only, and that's for copyright purposes. However, within the teacher doc, I give you another link, a second link to a Google Doc with all of the student resources, and that link is editable. That way your students can complete and submit all of their work within Google Docs, which just makes your life so much easier, especially if you are teaching this novel via remotely. Just makes life so much easier. So you'll open your PDF. Here's your Google Doc link. I'll just give you a look here. You would double click on this and it will have you make a copy. And then once you make a copy, it will look like this. Now, this is just the beauty of working within Google Docs. Even though I have hyperlinks throughout the PDF as well, it's just nice to have the outline over here on the left. That way you can just click through and go directly to whichever resource you are looking for. So I'll just give you again a brief look inside so you know what to expect. Now, I will mention that you can go ahead and use a coupon code SAVE5 right now to purchase this unit. And I also have some links to some other units here. I have another novel unit by Mitch Albom. This is for his novel, The Timekeeper. Kids love that one as well. I have a unit for The 7 Habits. This is a nonfiction secondary unit, and this is also a nonfiction secondary unit, The Teaching Happiness. The Teaching Happiness unit does not require a textbook, and so if you're looking at something that doesn't require a text, that's perfect. It's all web-based, based in personal development. So let's just go down here. Now I want to show you real quick. Here is the link to the editable student doc, and this has all the student assignments. So you would just click on this and you'll share this with your students. It will force them to make a copy. You can go in first and edit out anything that you need to edit out if you so please. And let's see. And again, this just has the convenience of having the outline over on the left, so it makes everything so much easier for them to find. It's just going to take my computer a minute to load, but I believe this is a total of, I believe it's a 68 page resource. So everything they need is right here. Their essay prompts, their DOL, and comprehension questions. Everything is here, and okay, that's a 58 page doc. So I just wanted to give you a brief overview of what that is going to look like. And let's hop back over here to the teacher document, and I'm going to take you through it real quick. So we start with a unit assignment overview. Now I do give a second link here to an editable version on Google Docs, so you can edit that as necessary. We have an anticipation guide. I have comprehensive comprehension questions that can be used as a final exam. I have essay prompts and project choices. I have 3 different essay prompts here. And then for scaffolding to help with struggling writers, I have an essay structure guide for each of the 3 prompts, as you can see here. Another mini lesson here, section summary writing prompts, essay rubric, paragraph rubric. I have an exercise for the literary terms when they're finished with the novel, and then of course a teacher key for that. And then we have the daily DOL exercise, which is a bell ringer that you'll do at the start of each class period, which is intended to strengthen your students' grammar and mechanics skills. And each of these paragraphs align with the novel. And then of course I have a teacher key for that as well. Lots of little mini lessons throughout. I think pair share activity, there's a paragraph prompt. I have an exemplar paragraph. another prompt, another mini lesson, another rubric, and then we go into the daily lesson plans. So this first 40 days of lesson plans is based on the novel. These lesson plans are designed around a 50-minute class period, and obviously you can adjust that as necessary to meet your needs and your time frame. I give you a link to download my book Birdseed for free on my website. Birdseed will be another daily bell ringer that you can use in tandem with or in addition to the daily DOL, which is that grammar mechanics exercise. My book Birdseed is endorsed by the Colorado Department of Education and by New York Times bestselling author and positive psychology guru Sean Aker. I'll also give you a link here to the Amazon if at some point you prefer the paperback version. And this is what a typical daily lesson plan will look like. So within every plan, I have embedded the Common Core ELA standards for grades 9 through 12. So you can just hover over any of the given standards. If you have an administrator who likes to come in and check that you have daily lesson plans written up, this will be perfect for you. On each lesson plan, I have the content objectives as well as the content language objectives. And then on the second page of each plan, there will typically be a daily question. You can go about assessments as you normally do according to your policies and procedures. And then on each plan, I have very explicit instructions on exactly how to go about teaching the novel. And anytime a resource is referenced within the lesson plan, you'll have a hyperlink to the resource. So you're not going to have to scroll through and find anything. Everything is conveniently linked here for you. And I will say that I have always taught this film in tandem with the video. So within each lesson plan, I also tell you when and at what point to introduce the film. And I will give you, I will tell you exactly where to stop and start the video in according to where the students are reading the novel. And I always have them read the section first and then follow by watching the film. And that really helps with struggling readers who struggle with reading comprehension. It just allows them to visualize what's going on in the narrative more easily. It's a really, really engaging novel. Your kids are going to love it. All of the major themes are very relevant to students. The entire novel resonates with them. I've used this with grades 8 through 12. And they always, always, always love this book. So after we get through the first 40 days of lesson plans, that's the first 8 weeks, we'll go into an argumentative essay unit. And it does relate loosely. I give you kind of some information to kind of segue from the novel into the argumentative essay unit. And this unit is based on the somewhat controversial film, The Law of Attraction or The Secret. You can pick this up. You can get a used DVD on Amazon for just over $1, or you can find the film on Amazon Prime, and it's super engaging. It's basically, it talks about rewiring your brain to think in a certain way and the effects of that. And honestly, it just serves as a fabulous argumentative prompt because students can watch the film and then they can easily make an argument for or against the law of attraction. And ultimately, it doesn't matter if they argue for or against it. What's important is it gets them to think about how they think, right? So we've got an entire 2-week lesson basically here on metacognition. And so I have teacher notes for the film, and I have a summary of principles, and I have comprehension questions. I also include the daily DOL activity, which is that grammar mechanics activity, and this all relates back to the law of attraction. And then of course I have a teacher key for that as well. And then I have an argumentative essay structure guide to show them exactly how to format an argument. I also include an exemplar of an argumentative essay. And then we go into the daily lesson plans. I have a rubric here. And the daily lesson plans for this argumentative unit look very similar to that of the novel unit, wherein I've embedded all of the Common Core standards for grades 9 through 12, the daily content objectives, the daily content language objectives, essential questions for the day, suggestions on assessments, and then again, very explicit instructions on how to teach this on a daily basis. So there we go. That's 10 weeks of planning. All of my units take a minimum of 50 hours of planning time. So it's no exaggeration when I tell you these units are going to save you at least 50 hours of planning. So you can do the math. I offer this on my website at $29.99. And if you use that Save 5 coupon, you're getting, you're saving yourself 50 hours of planning, quite literally, for $25. So let's go over here to my website, annamcaracat.com. And if you're a fan of Mitch Albom, your kids, I promise, are going to love this novel. Then also check out one of my more recent novels that I've created for Mitch Albom's book, The Timekeeper. Also a great novel, same price, and the lesson plans. This is, I believe, a 6-week novel unit, and lesson plan look very similar. So thanks for stopping by. I hope that helps you make a decision as to whether or not this unit is going to work for you. I just want to be very transparent so you know exactly what you're getting, because I want you to be 100% happy. So thanks for stopping by. Be sure to use that Save 5 coupon over here at my website, annamcaracat.com, and I will see you in the next video. Be sure to check out my new YouTube channel. Thank you so much.